Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more Mass Effect. Okay, so if you've been following the series, you would know that we're only back on the ship because there was a little bit of a bug. Yeah, the Mako got stuck. Apparently that is a bit of a thing that it can do in this game. I don't know why, never had that issue in the original edition, but you know, here we are. So, we're going to go ahead and we'll just quickly pick up this squad. I don't really know, I can't remember what I had before. Yeah, I've taken a bit of a break, and yeah, so either way, we'll go ahead and we'll just drop on down. We were going to double check and see if we could find any of the others. The Marines are still down here. It looks like we sorted out a bit of a Rachni problem, but yeah, all in all, I think things are well. Alright, so we have a couple of points. Let's go ahead and spend them. Let's boost up our... Yeah, we'll go for the adrenaline boost. I think that'll work well for Garrus. And then we're fairly happy, so that should be fine. And then let's just double check our map. We have been... Yeah, we're going to go ahead and check out the mining camp. We were trying to help out the listening post, and we have cleared out the mine. But again, it said something about checking in, and it didn't give us a... It didn't give us a... what do we call it? A dialogue option. That is what I was looking for. So we'll go ahead and we'll quickly zoom our way across. We'll double check. I know technically we have sort of found it, but I guess if we've missed something, maybe it just makes things a little bit more difficult for the game. Yeah, it is just one of those things. But either way, we'll go ahead and we'll just double check that we've done everything that we can. And then we will report back to the Marine in charge and see that they're doing okay and potentially... Well, yeah, let them know what has happened. But either way, we'll be there soon. That is all that matters. We should be able to climb up this, I think. Yeah, the Mako's pretty sturdy at climbing up some of these hills. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so do we have any signs that we need to investigate further? Oh. Game jumped around a little bit. Maybe there is something. Hang on. Let's see if we can find... Okay, I don't know what the game's doing there because it kind of popped up like we got hit or hurt or something. Okay, let's just double check. Did we miss anything in here? No, we already cleared out the upgrade box. And we should have already cleared out this place. Yeah, okay. I really do not know what has gone on. Yeah, okay, so... Did we miss something maybe under the cover of their vehicle? No, that is all clear. Oh. Okay, well, I guess we're going to be doing a bit of a dance as we zip on down here, but it does look like the game is going to let us out. So, that's a plus point. Yeah, and it looks like we've stumbled upon some kind of Rachni nest. That was sort of the thing. Alright, well, I guess there's nothing else for us to really do. I guess... Hang on a second. Yeah, no, there's nothing else for us to investigate. So, that is a little bit odd. We'll double check that we did. We'll head on down to the listening outpost, just because I don't know. Maybe disappearing and coming back again might make things a little bit better. I'm not 100% sure what's going on there, but I'd rather make sure that we have that all sorted out properly. Alright, well, at least we can boost across this nice flat terrain. That should be fairly quick and easy for us. Can we have... Okay, so there's a cut through and then a big up and over. I think we'll just aim for the gap. I think that'll be the quickest path there. And then that should be all that we need. Also, too, between things, I'm fairly sure... Now, I wasn't sure about the Asari armor. I'm pretty sure they have the ability to wear light human armor. I'm pretty sure that it's fairly interchangeable. Yeah, took me a bit to kind of remember. I may have booted up my Xbox to see my old save file. And yeah, that seems to be the thing that we must do. So we don't have any spares at this stage, but we'll go ahead and we'll see about that when we can purchase some more armor. Alright, so all the Marines are here. There's the Lieutenant.
You're a hell of a soldier.
Alright, and I guess there is nothing else. So maybe that was a bug in disguise. Maybe less of a problem than I thought. But either way, we had to be sure. No point in disappearing from the planet just to find out that we probably should have stuck around. Alright, so let's see what we can do. Let's go ahead and head on out of this system. I'm pretty sure... Actually, we still have another... Yeah, you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll check out this system too since we're here. We got the call from all of the Alliance when we got into this cluster. We'll go ahead and do a little bit of a search. We're only looking for a single Solarian tag, I believe. Oh, and we can also land down here. Ooh. Okay, well, I guess maybe there's another little mystery for us to solve. Let's just double check. No, nothing there. And there we have it, a light metal. Alright, well then I guess we're going to go ahead and jump back down. And we'll see exactly what's going on here. Let's see, it's an exceptional form of planet called a Roche world. Simply put, it is one half of a pair of small and unusually dense terrestrial worlds that orbit each other so closely they effectively share a single atmosphere. This does not mean that one could fly from one to another, but both have identical atmospheres and dust often can be found on the other. Huh. That's a cool little idea. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go ahead and check this out. I'm sure that there is something for us to discover. Whether it's ruins or whether it's, or whether it's some mercenaries or even, I don't know, Geth. You can never be too sure. So let's just go ahead and we'll drop on down. We'll do a quick little investigation and then we can disappear. Alright, so what do we see on the map? Ah, listening post. Huh. Okay then, well I suppose we go ahead and we check on in. Ooh, although of course that deposit will always be one of the things we will go for. Can never say no to free XP and money. Let's go ahead and see if we can cover the jump. Oh, and it actually looks like we can. Very nice work there, Mako. Alright.
Heading out.
Let's see what we can do. Okay, let's get into the vehicle. Looks like we got stuck. And now we'll try to survey the mineral. There we go. Rare element is discovered. We can go ahead and move back towards our objective. Actually, you know what? Just in case, let's quick save. I always get a little bit antsy when we find these wide open fields. It is something that I kind of half expect to find a Thresher more in the area. But either way, who knows? Oh, and apparently, you know what? We have a second option. Let's go ahead and find that other deposit. I'm a little disappointed. I was kind of hoping to be able to see the other world while we were here. But I guess some things are easier said than done. We'll go ahead and we'll survey the gold. That should do quite nicely. We'll go... Oh, come on now. What am I doing? There we have it. Alright. That's that. And then... we'll see if there's anything else on the map. I don't think it's going to be particularly too bad. Yeah, this place seems fairly small. So I'm not really hanging out too much for one thing or the other. Let's see. Let's go around... Actually, you know, we have an anomaly. There we go. We'll go ahead and we'll search that out. We'll see what that gets us as well. Who knows? Maybe it'll be another Prothean ruin or a Solarian disc. And hang on a second. I have contact. Alright, well. I guess we're going to find out who they are in a second. But first and foremost, let's check in on the crashed probe.
On my way.
What have we got? Oh no, it's an Asari capsule. Okay. There we have it. Matriarch writings. A down satellite of one of Matriarch Stirlinger's writing stored in its payload. Whether it was placed before or after it crashed is uncertain. Okay. I suppose that would be a landmark you could use if you needed to do a dead drop. But yeah, other than that, what's going on here? Ah, this looks like Moracni. This looks very much like Moracni. Alright. Is that the case? Let's see, does anything scuttle out of this? Yes, yes it does. Okay, well. We'll go ahead and we'll quickly destroy these things. There's a... Oh no, I thought there was a big bug there for a second. Let's see, can we break these down? No, but we can go over them. Let's see, there must be a few more in one of these other ones. Let's just go around and make sure that they clear on out. There we have it. And then let's get a reload and check out the final little spot. It looks like we missed with our main cannon. Alright, and that is all. Alright then. What on earth is going on? Yeah, no one else is coming on by. Alright, let's get our weapons at the ready. Yeah, Caden, you can stick with the assault rifles. I think that should be fine. We've got a good amount of biotic power with us here, so that should keep them at bay. Is that an Alliance soldier? That is not a good sign. Okay, well, you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll take what we can get before we dive too deep into this, into the trouble. Hang on a second, let's just wait a second. There we have it. Some combat optics, kinetic coil, that could be good. And then over here, let's find a good opening. And then I think... There we have it. Another shotgun, ammo upgrades, all that tungsten rounds and what have you. Alright, well, let's see what we can find. It does look like there is definitely contact in here. I'm going to assume it is more Arachni. Yep, that's it. Let's get those little bugs. Oh, alright, toxic stuff. Let's go ahead and quickly heal up. Let's see. That's one of them. Oh. And then, oh, you know what? Just for the sake of it, let's go ahead and throw some singularity and lift. There we go. That'll do. We'll use a couple of skills. There we are. Much easier to shoot at when there is no cover.
It's over now.
Alright, well, that's at least over, but we're going to go ahead and see. Are there any more rooms to this facility? Yes, it does look like there is. More Inferno rounds, high explosive rounds, both of which are pretty decent. Let's see what we can do. Our doors are not open. I guess since we're already roughly on this side, let's check. What have we got? What are these little... Are those like egg pod spores? Ooh, a new biotic amp. That's good. Yeah, that could be nice. And then kinetic exoskeleton. That's another pretty decent upgrade that we like. Actually, what is this? Ooh. Poor fellow. Actually, we can break these things. I don't know if we should. but I feel better for them not existing, so we'll go ahead and we'll clear them. We don't want any little things to come sprouting out of those. And then, what have we got? More pistols, more sniper rifles, and then what else have we got? Again, not much more stuff. Okay, but either way, before we go ahead and check out the last one, we did pick up some biotic amps. Let's just double check that there's not something better. Biotic amp, the Gemini is fairly dodgy, but this one here is particularly good. Yeah, cooldown bonus, power bonus, very nice. We'll go ahead and we'll swap that in. After all, she is our full biotic, so we will definitely give her that. And then, let's see, light armor human. Yeah, there we go. We can upgrade this. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and we'll do that. I don't think there's... Actually, no, we do have a couple of better options. And all of the rest are fairly dodgy. So at least that's a good amount of improvement. We've also got a combat exoskeleton, which we could use, but I think we'll go with... where is it? There is a medical exoskeleton. This gives us a reduction in power cooldown. That is something we definitely want to go ahead and put on there. And then our kinetic exoskeleton, shields, recovery. I feel like we could take that. Yeah, you know, let's just keep the, maybe we just keep it as is for now. Yeah, that'll be fine. That will be fine. Alright, so either way, we need to find some better human armor, some human light armor there. But that should at least get us through for now. Alright, let's just pop these little things, because again, I do not trust them. And then let's see, combat optics, a terminal. Alright, then let's see what happens.
Commander, you see this? They just received a supply run 2 days ago. The Rachni worked fast.
Tell me about that supply ship. This planet is supposed to be uninhabited. The Rachni didn't come from nowhere.
Hang on. Seems these things are drones, dispatched at irregular intervals from different depots to reduce the likelihood of tracking. Got it. It came from Argos Row.
Wherever it is, there's probably more Rachni there. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Very well, Shepard.
Okay, Rachni infestation on Alpha seems to be the result of a supply drop from the Argos Row. The logs downloaded from the freighter should allow you to backtrack the ship's course to its origin. Okay, so I do wonder. I feel like this could be a Cerberus thing. We've seen them playing around with some Rachni before, and let's be honest, we know that they like a little bit of experimentation and are particularly unethical. So I feel like they might be at fault here. I wouldn't be surprised if they were just testing to see the grounds of what it would be like on how a, I don't know, a colony would just survive a general assault. They do seem pretty pro-human, so you never know. They could be preparing all sorts of bad plans. But alright, we'll go ahead and we'll jump on back on into the vehicle. That is everything that we need. We've got the crashed probe. Yep, let's go ahead and return to Normandy. We'll also go ahead and check in with the Alliance officer, our requisitions fellow, see if we can purchase some more light armor from him. Again, I just want to make sure that our crew is doing all well with the equipment that we've got. Now again, don't get me wrong, what we just gave Liara was probably a solid boost of to her survivability, but again, I would rather just double check. Also too, we can sell off a whole heap of our junk and then you know, at least figure out if we need to travel somewhere else.
Looking for supplies?
Alright, so yes,
Let's
that
see
is
what you
the
got.
answer. What have we got? Sniper rifles, shotguns, medium armor human, light armor human. Okay, so this is 300. That's definitely an improvement over whatever Liara has. We definitely know it wasn't that high. 175 is worse. I think that'll be about it. Yeah, 156, that's definitely not what we want. Alright then, well that means we're going to go ahead and purchase the... Here we are, yeah, Mantis 10. That should do. Let's also go ahead and sell all junk. That would be fine. Boosts up our money by a ridiculous amount. Good 7.5 million. And then, you know, we'll go ahead and we'll equip that to Liara's locker right now. Just make her life a little bit easier there. There we go. That is a very solid upgrade. And that should be fine. Alright, so we'll mark that for destruction. That as well. Biotic amps, I think we're good. Yeah, pistol-wise, I think we've gone through and everything's been upgraded. Although, you know what? We can boost the shotgun, so I suppose we may as well. Let's go with 314. That's a decent step up. And I think... yeah, that is about all. So let's go ahead and just mark those for sale as well. But we'll get to those later. Alright, so Argos Row, that is where we need to go. Let's make sure that we get to the end of this Rachni thing. If for some reason it is a queen, if it is the queen that we released on Novaria, we're going to go ahead and put her down. If not, who knows, maybe it's a remnant from the old Rachni wars. Yeah, I'm sure that there's something dormant. Considering we still have unexploded munitions from the First and Second World War, it really would not surprise me that such things still are around. Alright, so Argos Row, that was somewhere around there. Okay, so we'll go ahead and hop on in. I'm guessing it's... ooh, Gorgon or Phoenix? Hang on a second, we're just going to have to double check our journal. We didn't quite... what was it? Oh no, it was just somewhere in there. Okay, so we're going to have to do a little bit of sleuthing. Okay, so it's not an official mission, but if we follow it through, we will find what we're after. So, Argos Row, let's go ahead and we'll head to the Gorgon system, I suppose. We'll see if we've searched this place. If we've already searched all of the planets and whatnot, well then I guess it's probably not here. But, oh, what have we got here? Unidentified space facility. There we go. Okay, so we haven't been through here. We've found what we were looking for. We'll just double check some of these planets. Just in case. You never know what kind of freebies are lying on out there. But I think that's going to be... yeah, that's everything. Okay. Alright, unidentified space facility. Seems to have been assembled from used off-the-shelf civilian ship modules and of diverse designs. There are no obvious hull markings, and it is not broadcasting any ID signal. Okay, let's board this thing and see what we can do. I think at this point, let's bring our Krogan and Liara. Let's be honest, he's a tank, and I think she's going to do quite well as well with all of her biotic for control of the battlefield. So we'll take those two. Yep, definitely trouble is a brewing. Let's get our weapons out. Let's get that shotgun ready. And then let's also go ahead and spend some points. Let's focus on Master Warp as well as... go for Carnage? Immunity. Ooh, both of those are pretty decent. You know what? I'm kind of less concerned about his health. But if for some reason we ever get in trouble, maybe we do want that. Although recharge time is 45 seconds. 45 seconds. It just does more damage. You know what? We're going to go ahead and we'll put another point into the shotgun there. That should be fine. And I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, his shotgun does have shredder ammo. So we are all good. Alright, so let's just quick save because I'm not going through re-equipping things. And we'll see what we can find. Okay, that's a dead end. Oh, this is a bad sign. I don't like these close quarters. Oh, Rachni. let's go ahead and, you know what? Throw some warp and some singularity. That works very, very well. Let's back up into a corner for a second. Anybody trying some funny business? Not really. We've got a pretty defensible situation here. Alright, oh, decryption skills are too low. Of course, my bad. I completely didn't think about that, did I? Alright, some toxic stuff. Yay. I will heal her up. Okay, maybe we should have brought Caden instead. That's my fault on the, on that. Alright, but it appears to be clear. Yeah, it does. Okay, so, you know what? Just because I really hate leaving stuff behind. Look at that decryption. Yeah, secure crate. We're going to quickly run back to the... Whoop, we're going to run back to the Normandy. And we'll tag... You know what? We're handling the fights fairly well. We'll tag out our Krogan friend. And we'll quickly bring... yeah, let's leave for a second. We'll quickly tag out our Krogan friend. I'm sure he's going to be a little bit unhappy about not getting to have the firefight that he wants. But at the same time, too, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Let's bring... Yeah, we'll bring Caden. Yeah, I don't mind the extra biotics there, but at least we now have the tech skills that we need. That is the thing that is important to me. So, let's see. Do the Rachni read particularly fast? Oh, we're not seeing them back on the minimap, so I'm guessing they're not the space rabbits. That is good. Alright, but that's good. Extra pistols. Let's see. What have we got here? Oop. Whoops. Almost got things right where I wanted to go, and then I let it fail. Alright. One more time. Let's see what we can do here. There we have it. High explosive rounds, 9. That should do very nicely. Let's see. Where was the other crate? Oh, it was back the other way. My goodness, they really did not want people escaping the Rachni quickly, did they? They are, yeah, whoever put this death trap of a maze here was definitely looking to have people not survive. Either that or they let something out and were definitely not upholding work, health, place, safety regulations, because that is not acceptable, all of these things blocking the exit. Well, but either way, let's go ahead and... Oops, we almost got there. There we have it. Alright, extra armor. Close but not quite. Oh, here we go. No, dead end. Alright, now how do we get around there? Oh, there we are. There's a door. That's what we're after. And you know what? Just because the game is fun... There we go. It's almost predictable that they could hide things there. Alright, aid station. Let's go ahead and pick up some extra metagel because we have used a stack. What do we see? Nothing. Another terminal? Alright then, this kind of makes me think that this is some kind of explosive, but we'll have a look.
Personal data recorder for Major Elena Flores.
Play the first entry.
Sigma 23 is almost fully operational. The barracks and storage lockers are complete, and we've begun stocking the munitions. It's highly unlikely the Alliance will patrol in the nebula. I expect our only risk will be from pirates, and who'll believe them? Looks like we'll have space for 2 reinforced platoons of Cerberus commandos.
Cerberus. Is that a corporation?
I think we've heard of these guys. I guess we were right on our guess. Let's see what happens with number 2.
Play the second entry.
The package arrived today for field testing. I'm told they're fundamentally similar to the units being developed on Novaria. They promise this batch will be stable. Something about them developing in proximity to the master control unit. We detected some pirates setting up an anchorage in a neighboring system. I think we'll try deploying them there first.
And there's the unethical experimentation, and then let's see what else happened.
Play the last entry.
They've escaped containment. Clever bastards. We treated them like animals. We should have treated them like POWs. They're spreading. Boarding the supply ships and sending them to random destinations. They'll be all over the cluster in a week. General, if you recover this message, my advice is, screw the Rachni. They're too smart. Use one of the other projects. Flores, signing off. For the final time.
It seems Binary Helix were not the only ones foolish enough to meddle with the Rachni.
Let's go.
Okay, the escaped Rachni definitely came from this station, though the motives behind this Cerberus group are vague. To prevent further contamination, arm the station's scuttle charges and evacuate to the Normandy. Okay then, let's download logs and fight our way out, I'm guessing. Yep, alright, minute 10, let's go. We are going to have a bit of a fight on the way out of here, but we have to make it because there is no other option. Alright, let's get those little bugs. Let's go ahead and singularity there. We'll follow up with, I don't know, let's go with maybe some sabotage. That should be fine. Oh, locked crate. We didn't quite get that on the way before, but I guess we'll see if this counts against the timer or not. Light armor Turian. Okay, that does not count. Oh, technician kit. Well, there is nothing like a little bit of, hang on, did they even move around the boxes? Oh no, never mind, maybe they didn't. Alright, well, we've made it out, so that's at least a good sign. It's still got 30 odd seconds left. No one needs any healing. Looks like they did not make it to the Normandy. That is very good. Mind you, I guess our crew would be pretty decent at being able to fight them back if anyone was going to be able to. Alright, but let's get out of there. Any sound of any explosions? Maybe? Maybe not. Let's have a look at our log. At our journal. Still need another League medallion. No, okay. Maybe that's everything. Okay, so I guess we managed to scuttle the ship. And maybe some of the extra drones that come from it. I guess there's maybe an abort of some kind. Make sure that they don't get too far. Now, you know what? Since we are already here in the Argos Row, we're going to quickly go ahead and zip on over to the other sector here. Yeah, there's still stuff to survey. I feel like we may have missed something, and I'd rather not if avoidable. Yeah, there we go. So we'll survey that one. Another Prothean data disk. That is excellent. And then what else have we got? Let's check on in. Oh, another survey. Light metals. And I think this is the last one. Oh no, we can land here. Okay. Alright then, well you know what, maybe there could be more Rachni here. Let's just go ahead and double check that there were not anything... Yeah, that there were not any of those drones delivered. Again, it was a fairly close system. It's not out of the question, so we should probably do our due diligence. Let's also bring Garrus. It looked like a fairly wide open place. Who knows, maybe we need a sniper. It certainly will not hurt, and that will be the tech skill that we do need. Alright, let's jump on down, and hopefully we can make this fairly quick. Alright, so here we go. Let's look at the map. We have hidden structure, anomaly, and some debris. Let's go ahead and check out this hidden structure first and foremost. If we're already here, we may as well not drive away from an objective. Alright, let's boost our way up the hill and see what we can come up with. so I think this way is going to be best. Hanging out right near the edge, and is that an enemy blip on the radar? It does appear to be the case. Well, let's just be certain. Alright, anybody home? Oh. Oh, pirates. Okay, well, you know what? They were pirates. That was quickly dealt with. Or maybe these were some of the pirates that we read about in that last place. I'm not 100% sure where they said they were. But I feel like we should probably do the, what do we call it? The universal little bit of assistance and take out some pirates. Because very seldom do we find that they're particularly agreeable people, nor too friendly. After all, these guys were willing to shoot us on sight. Oh, alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and let's throw that singularity. This pirate here, my friend, we can throw... Oh, wait, we don't have throw. We don't have Caden here. Alright, well then... Oh, actually, what are you doing with the pistol out, Garrus? Alright, that'll be fine. You can just sabotage. Alright, so he's... Looks like he got caught in the singularity, which is rather nice. Let's go ahead and throw out some lift. Again, very hard to fight when you're floating through the air. And then... I'm guessing there's a fellow up the top. Yeah, that does make a bit of sense. Alright, what do we see? Is he coming downstairs? The minimap makes me think that he is. You know what? Both of you, go ahead and check down there for me. I don't need to do everything myself. Alright, medical kit, that'll do. Malfunctioning object. Oh, Inferno rounds 10. That is very nice. Let's see, what have we got here? Oops. I just missed my opportunity up there as well. Though it does look like there was a second spot there that I missed. Alright, that'll do. More armor, that'll do nicely. Alright, what else could we find? It looks like Liara is focusing on someone up there. Let's go ahead and recall everybody. We'll see what we can do. I'm sure this guy's not going to cause us too much trouble. Ton Actus. I don't recognize the name. I do not recognize it whatsoever. Alright, but that'll work. Let's also then go ahead and throw on an overload. We'll chuck on a warp. And then... I don't know, let's go ahead and lift him as well. And that'll be everything. Alright, so what have we got here? Technician kit, okay. High explosive combat exoskeleton. Upgrades, that's always nice. Wall safe, okay, now that's a decent sized wall safe. Wetware, another Solaris amp and a biotic amp. Alright, what have we got inside here? Kinetic coil and snowblind rounds. Okay. Oh, hanging in the back of the safe is a suit of armor, obviously made for a Krogan. It seems worthless, rusted, and dented from 100 battles. The Turian must have secured it for some reason. There's nothing else of value here. Okay, new journal entry. Rex. Oh, family armor? Okay, so, yeah, the armor that you found, let's see what he can tell you about it. That sounds good. Well, you know what? I'm glad we have, that to do. I'm sure he will be, a great source of information. Very rarely would you use a Krogan for identifying sorts of things, but if it's battle armor, who better than a Krogan? Everybody's got their niche. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our way back out. We'll quickly survey the last of this place. I guess there's not really that much to it. and then we'll jump on back to the Normandy. So what have we got? We've got an anomaly and the debris. I think it'll be quicker just to go in a straight line, head on down to the bottom, and then work our way back up again. Let's see, can we do this? Oh, actually, you know what? That's not as steep as I thought it was. That is particularly good. Alright. Jump across a bit of this. Actually, let's see, how far can we go? You know what, let's just cut across the wide open plain. That should be fine. Again, as always, you never know when a thresher maw is going to appear, so we'll just quickly hit that quick save button, just so we don't lose all of our progress. Alright, but I think it looks pretty good. I don't think we're going to have too much trouble. Yeah, we should be fine. Alright, so let's make our way over here. Again, it just looks slightly less steep here. And I guess it was pretty good. Alright. And then let's start cutting the angle a little bit. Oh, actually, you know what? We know what that is. That is an old Prothean pyramid. Yeah, that is... Actually, it does make you wonder if the Protheans had pyramids like this, maybe they... And we have seen that ancient, what do we call it? Almost like a memory core thing of them visiting like caveman humans. Do we think maybe the Protheans are responsible for the pyramids? It's an interesting question. I'm sure they'll certainly have a lot to ask, but either way, let's go ahead and... Oh, there we go. More matriarch writings, that's always good. We'll go ahead and jump on into the vehicle. We'll mark the debris. Again, I don't see anything popping up for us to interact with. Yeah, okay, well, I guess it's just a point of interest. Oh, well, at least it's something that you can use to figure out where you are on a map. It's a pretty decent landmark, assuming you can, of course, see it behind all those mountains. Alright, let's see, anything else? Oh, we do actually have a deposit, so I suppose we will take that as we always do. Let's just try and avoid some trouble if we can. Yeah, this terrain isn't exactly conducive to traveling quickly. Yeah. Oh, and we almost passed it. Oh, and it's a mercury deposit. Alright then, let's see. That'll do. Heavy metal sorted. Let's chuck the Mako in reverse and then let's go. Alright, there can't be too much else left for us to find. I'm guessing it's on the other side of this mountain valley there. I could be wrong, but I think that that's where it's going to be. Yeah, that looks pretty accurate. Alright. Alright, big jump. Try and cover a little bit of extra land there. And there we have it. Alright. Crash probe. What have we got? Shredder rounds, energized plating. Oh, that could be nice. Okay. Well, I think that's pretty good. We'll go ahead and we'll double check some equipment while we have some of our squad with us. Let's see. Light armor, heavy armor, all of that stuff. Yeah, if it's a heavy, we can get rid of it. If it's medium, we can get rid of it. And then 230, that's under 300, so we can get that gone. Combat exoskeleton, energized plating. Okay, just an extra bit of damage protection. Not the be all and end all. And then, yeah, I think we're pretty good as far as all of this is concerned. Pistols, no, I think we're all good. We will double check the Biotic Amp. Yeah, there we go. Slightly better cooldown. It is the superior version. And then I guess we can hand that off to Caden or Rex potentially. But what have we got? Omni Tool. Yeah, you've already got that sorted. All right, then. Let's go ahead and head back to the Normandy. And yeah, I think that's where we'll call it there. We'll make our way down and we'll chat to Rex in the next one. I'm sure he will be keen to shed a little bit of light on what's going on. So if you do want to see more of Mass Effect and find out exactly what's going on with that armor, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I will see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.